Hey guys, Shibley182 here, and welcome to part 28 of my horror DVD collection. Today we're going to be talking about Friday the 13th, 2009, the reboot, re-envisioning, reimagining, remake, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I just call it a remake. Um, it was directed by Marcus Nispel, who also directed the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, and written by Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, who also wrote Freddy vs. Jason. Um, this movie kind of starts with Mrs. Voorhees and Alice, the last counselor there, beheading Mrs. Voorhees, and Jason witnessing it. Sorry. He picks up the machete and the locket, whatever, and the movie kind of skips forward 20 years, whatever, to present day. You got a group of college kids who are out looking for their marijuana, their weed. I don't know if it's theirs or if someone found it and told them about it, but they got it marked on a GPS unit, and they're out there looking for it, and they can't pinpoint the exact location, so they decide to camp out for the night. Um, After having sex and drinking and doing everything you're not supposed to do in a Friday the 13th movie, they eventually get killed one by one by Jason. And quickly before I move on, I just want to say the first 25 minutes of this movie where these kids are looking for this weed or whatever, is the most entertaining part of this whole movie. I don't know why they didn't have these kids at the beginning be the main characters in the movie, because they were much more interesting than the characters that come later on. But I just wanted to get that out of the way, that the first 25 minutes of this movie are by far my favorite. Um, if the deaths could have been better in the first 25 minutes, but still, it was fast-paced, in your face, very entertaining, and I just wanted to get that out of the way. So yeah, after the kids at the beginning of the movie are slaughtered one by one, and one of them kidnapped, you find that out later on in the movie, it introduces a new group of kids. It kind of resets itself. It skips ahead 3 months and introduces you to a new group of kids at a gas station, going in to pay for their gas. And this is Trent, who's kind of the leader of the group. It's his cottage everyone's staying at. So they go into the gas station, and Trent. This is where you meet Clay, and Trent and Clay kind of have a confrontation. Clay's looking for his missing sister, who was kidnapped at the beginning of the movie by Jason. But obviously Clay doesn't know this yet, so he's out passing around missing persons posters all over the place of his sister. There's a confrontation between Trent and Clay, which kind of shows you how much of a dink Trent is. Clay just kind of takes it, and for what it's worth, realizes the guy's a dick and doesn't waste his time with it. Goes on with his day, smacks a missing persons poster on the back of their van as the kids take off to their cottage or whatever, and Trent takes off on his motorcycle. Well, after that happened, I kind of knew that eventually Trent's gonna have to catch back up with these kids, especially if he's a main character. So I knew he was going to end up at that cottage one way or another. So after Trent goes to a couple more houses, someone tells him that there's no way his sister's still alive. He ends up back at the cottage. This leads to another confrontation between Trent and Clay, who ends up telling Clay to get the hell out of his house, blah, blah, blah. And so Trent's girlfriend, who feels bad that they're not helping this guy who's just looking for his sister, decides to go out with him and help him distribute these flyers. Now, at the same time, just before Clay went to this house, he went to this farm place and met this other guy who had found the weed that the kids had at the beginning of the movie, and he's got Jason's hockey mask, and Jason kills him and steals the hockey mask, whatever. I just wanted to get that out of the way because that happened before this. So, Clay and Trent's girlfriend are out kind of searching the camp, whatever, looking for places to distribute flyers, whatever, and they come across the cabins in Camp Crystal Lake, and while they're there, they see Jason walking through with the body of the guy he just killed and stole the mask from. So they run back to the house and decide to tell everyone what they just saw. They just saw this crazy masked psycho with a dead body, and they all need to get out of there now. Trent doesn't believe them. He just got done screwing some other girl because he thought his girlfriend was out screwing Clay. So yeah, shit just kind of breaks loose, and Jason starts killing the people one by one. I don't like to spoil too much. I've already went more into detail than I normally do with the storyline, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Jason starts knocking people off one by one. The eventual final battle comes down between Clay, his sister, and Jason. I'm not going to tell you how the movie ends because it's very predictable once you watch it, and I'm sure you've heard that before. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. The Friday the 13th remake was kind of a letdown for me. The kills were not Jason-like, in my opinion. I'm used to these super human kills by Jason, just in your face, kick-ass, surprising ways of killing people. You know, you just didn't see it coming. You didn't know what Jason was going to do next when he was going to kill someone. And in this movie, it's very bland, straightforward, machete to the head, stick you to the antlers on the wall. The only death that really stuck out in this movie, and it wasn't even that much, they could have done more in my opinion still, was Trent's death, and it's only on the Killer Cut DVD. His Trent's death was cool. But other than that, all the deaths just kind of blend together. Just they took no time to figure this out and to do it properly. They rushed it way too fast. The editing is shitty. Everything, like when Jason dumps that body when Clay and that chick are out in Camp Crystal Lake, the body has no head. Like, the head's been cut clean off, and it's obviously the fucking pothead guy's body who he stole the mask from. And in the deleted scene, he cuts his head off. But in the scene they left in the movie, he doesn't cut his head off. So when he dumps that body, the head should still be attached. But it's not. And that just shows you how lazy and how much time they put into this and how much they truly cared about this movie. All they wanted to do was make a quick buck. They didn't give a shit about anything else. So yeah. Now, my personal opinion on the film, I don't enjoy it that much. Personally, I think they did a better job with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The deaths aren't that great. Like I said, Trent's the only good one. The characters are really lame. They should have kept the characters from the beginning and made them the main characters. But they didn't. For some reason, they made them the kids at the beginning. They should have switched that around. That's just my opinion. These are my thoughts on this movie. Go pick it up. It's not the worst Friday the 13th movie, but it's definitely close. Like I've said before, Jason X has to be the worst. This comes in maybe the third worst. I don't know. Fourth worst. It's in there, though. I was very excited for this, and it let me down. So, yeah. But I still watch it, just not as much as the other ones. So, Friday the 13th, The Killer Cut. Sorry, guys. My camera's fucking up on me here. I paid $23 for it when it came out, which was also kind of disappointing. There's not a lot of special features, just exploring the rebirth of Jason Voorhees for a new movie-going era and additional slash scenes. That one I was telling you about where he actually cuts the guy's head off. There's the disc inside. Stupid recyclable case. I fucking hate recyclable cases. But yeah, anyway, if you're a Friday the 13th fan, you know, you're going to enjoy this to a certain extent. You may not like it, but you will enjoy it. So yeah, watch it, let me know what you think. If you have seen it, just let me know what you think. Leave a comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you everybody for watching. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Black Christmas, April Fool's Day, Dawn of the Dead, Child's Play, Hatchet, Hellraiser, Jeepers Creepers, Laid to Rest, Nightmare on Elm Street, Prom Night. Whatever you guys want to see, just mention it to me, and if I have it, we'll review it. Or I will review it. Return of the Living Dead, anything, you know. I don't know what to do next. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface, TCM 3. Zero wanted me to do that this time, but I needed to get the Friday the 13th films done, so sorry to Zero. But yeah, anyway, talk to everybody next time. Have a great week. Sorry if I'm rambling on here and starting to look and sound like an idiot. Go Leafs, go. Talk to everybody later.